Hey, did you hear that? David's wife got pregnant for the second time.
Oh, wow. Really? I'm very happy for them. Please say hi to them.
Oh, I will. So is that all your reaction?
Oh, why are you asking me that? I don't understand.
Oh, please don't be childish and don't pretend that you don't understand. How many times have I asked you, when will you be able to give me a grandbaby?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now I got what you mean.
So when?
Even if you ask me when, it won't make any sense to me. Kids are given as God's blessings. I can't really tell you an exact time.
Are you doing your job there? It's already been 2 years since you got married. Isn't it strange you still don't have kids?
Actually, it's not. We didn't plan to have kids that early. We just wanted to have some fun before we have kids. There is absolutely no rush.
What are you talking about? David's wife got pregnant immediately after they got married, and she's only 24. And you are already 26.
Well, that's right.
Isn't it obvious that you already need to have kids? You definitely need to hurry. I want to babysit my grandchildren. Don't you understand?
Well, I do.
Oh, if only your father-in-law was still alive, he would definitely say it to you more strictly. You do think about it. I don't know how much time I have to stay active and help you out.
Oh, don't talk like that. You are very healthy.
Well, I am right now, but I don't know how much longer I'll be like that. You will definitely need me, 'cause your parents are not reliable.
What do you mean they are not reliable?
Oh, don't be a fool. You know they live too far. They won't be able to cover all the travel expense to come that often and be around.
They'll be fine. They'll figure it out.
There's no need. You know, as soon as my grandchildren are born, I will start living with you.
Sorry? What do you mean?
That is gonna be your first child, right? It won't be easy to take care of a baby by yourself. It will be my first grandchild too, so I definitely need to be near you if you need me.
I definitely don't want to live together.
Even when a baby is born? Why are you saying that?
Why? That's obvious. Nick and me have our own schedule and it doesn't match yours. Moreover, you have a house my father-in-law left for you, so you have a place to live in.
Come on, that house is already too old. It definitely needs some construction even to be sold out.
But Nick doesn't want to live together either. He told you so many times.
For sure it will change when a baby is born. He will ask me to live with you and help you with the baby. Don't you worry.
Well, I don't think so.
It seems like he's a little far from me now, but when a baby is born, I'm sure he'll change his behavior and ask me for help.
Well, maybe you are right, but it's still early to talk about that because we are not planning to have a baby in the nearest future.
As they say, it's to have a shelter for every storm and be prepared in advance. You won't lose anything if we have this discussion now, so you can understand.
Well, yeah, okay.
And please talk to my son. You think you are young now, but even if you give birth this year, you'll be 27 already. And if you decide to have a second child, it's gonna be too late.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, I wanna hold my grandchildren in my arms so badly. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, I'm gonna travel soon.
Oh, really? Where are you planning to go?
Florida, it's actually close to your parents' house.
Oh, really? Such a coincidence.
Oh, yes, it is. I was thinking about maybe I can visit your parents and get them something as a souvenir.
That's okay. You don't have to. Also, you didn't plan this trip in advance, so it's totally fine. Also, my parents seem to be quite busy recently.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Yes, of course. I'm positive.
Okay, now I feel relieved. Otherwise, I don't know what I would tell them why I didn't come to visit.
That's fine. Also, you are traveling with your friend. I don't want any inconvenience for you.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to go anyway.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I mean for people who live in a small town like your parents do, an expensive souvenir will be too much. They won't understand it. And it won't even make a difference for them.
Don't you find your words are hurtful?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose.
Yes, you did.
Well, I mean, we are very different. We live in a city, and your parents are poor people from a small town.
Are you trying to make fools of my parents?
No. I'm not trying to make fools of them. I'm just telling the truth. I always thought like that.
Oh, you did.
Yes, I mean you got married. What could I do? But you are definitely not a good match. I thought my son would marry somebody better than you.
Why are you saying that?
Oh, you know the reason. You ruined my dreams.
Which dreams are you talking about?
I wanted to have my grandchildren. I want to take care of them and cherish them. But you ruined everything.
No, I didn't.
You are such a miserable thing. You were born in a small town. Girls from places like that are not able to give a birth, obviously.
You hurt my feelings. Can you please stop it?
Did I? Oh, don't be so sensitive. It's not my fault. I'm just telling the truth. Please stop it. Don't ruin my mood before my trip. Hey, what were you wearing today?
What do you mean?
That was terrible. Don't play a fool. You knew my friend was coming tonight. Why didn't you get dressed properly?
But I did.
Oh, you argue with me all the time. No, you didn't. People will look at you and they will think that my son is the same level as you are.
But I don't have fancy clothes. My dress was okay. It was clean and nice.
You looked miserable in that dress. You should change your wardrobe.
But you told me that I was from a poor family, right?
Yes, you are.
So maybe you'll let me know how I should be dressed? Or maybe you could buy me some new dresses?
No, I won't. You should handle it by yourself. You shouldn't be dressed like that when you are around my son.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. Just change your clothes. And if you don't want to do that, get a divorce. I don't want my son to be with such a bad-looking woman. You are not a good match to my son anyway. You are from a poor family. You are not pretty at all. You don't even know how to be dressed properly.
So, will you be satisfied if we get divorced with Nick? Hello, Mother. I'm just texting you to let you know that we successfully got a divorce.
Oh, really? Very nice. Now I can be relieved and start looking for another girl for my son.
But that's not possible.
Why isn't that possible? What are you talking about?
Because Nick already got married.
You said he got divorced.
Yes, but then he got married again. Me.
What?
Yes, he got divorced with poor me, but he got married with me, who is a nice rich family who owns a big corporation in Florida.
How come? You must be lying.
No, I'm not.
But you were lying all the time.
We didn't have a chance to tell you. Also, we didn't want you to ask us to pay you money. You remember what you told Nick about giving you money back when we got married? You told him to give you money back for all the time when you were bringing him up. Also, we knew that Nick's brothers and his wife, by the way, she gave birth to a baby.
How do you know that?
Well, we invited them to my parents' shore house and spent a nice weekend with them.
Your parents' shore house? I didn't know you own it.
Oh, yes. So you won't know about their life anymore, as well as about ours, because we're gonna cut all our relationships with you as well.
You can't do that.
Yes, we can.
What if I need help?
We asked your mother-in-law, my grandma, I guess, to help you out.
You couldn't ask that in a woman. She's nuts.
That's okay. You'll figure it out. It will be easier for you to live together, cook for yourself. You'll be okay.
How dare you?
My mother-in-law moved in with her mother-in-law. Seems like she became more quiet now and stopped asking everybody for money. Also, we stopped any relationships with her and blocked her contact. My parents treat my husband as his own son, and I am very happy with that. Now, when I don't feel stressed from my mother-in-law, I got pregnant, and soon there will be 3 of us.
Hello, it's me, your favorite sister here. I'm back. I've missed you so much. Why haven't you come to visit me for the past 5 years? Alexa, since when did you get out of prison? I thought the court sentenced you to 7 years for using an illegal gun to rob a jewelry store and injuring a police officer. How did you get out of prison so early? And how do you know my phone number? Oh, it's true that you've never been to prison, so you have no experience. All I had to do was pretend to be obedient in prison, so those idiots would let me out soon. I just arrived at our parents' house, but that old lady refused to give me her phone number. So I had to steal her phone to get your new number and address. And I'm at your door right now. Whoa. You finally have a pink house with the garden you've always dreamed of, like when you were a kid. What do you want? Why do you come back to find me? Get out of here before my neighbors see you. Oh, whoa, you've changed, Betty. You used to be a weak, crying child who always did what I said back in the old days. But now you've become a bit of a disrespectful brat. I think I'll need to re-educate you, little sister. So, where is the key? Get out of my property or I will call the police. Where would my stupid Betty hide the house keys? Is it under the rose plant that you still love? I knew it. I won't allow you to step into my house, especially after the psychological damage you caused me as a child. Why do you even have to come back here? To disturb and harm me again? Oh, come on. Don't be so grumpy. Haven't you let go of the past? It was just a childish joke. Why do you have to be so vindictive? Childish joke? I was only 7 years old back then, while you were 16. You were old enough to know better. I still remember the day vividly. You took me to the clothing store right after I finished school. Naively, I thought at the time you finally liked me and allowed me to hang out with you. But in the end, it turned out I was just a tool for you to use to steal things. Oh, come on. You really enjoyed hiding things in your bags. Don't be ashamed. Almost everybody stole something when they were a kid. No, I didn't steal anything. You said you wanted to put the clothes in my backpack because your hands were tied, and I agreed. Then I saw you talk about something with the cashier, so I thought you'd paid the bills already, and then you urged me to run out of the store. I had no idea what you were doing until we left and the alarm went off. And when the security guard found the items in my bag, you blamed me and said I was the shoplifter, and you didn't know anything. I never said I paid for the clothes, so technically I wasn't lying because you were an accomplice. And you're my little sister. You wouldn't be heartless enough to leave your sister behind when the police took me away, right? Plus, you were just a kid back then. And if they knew that you stole anything, nothing too bad would have happened. Are you kidding me? You left me at the store, and I was there for hours. I was crying the whole time, and I didn't even know what was going on. When they told our parents, they were so disappointed in me. They grounded me for months. The worst part was that my friends at school found out about it, and no one wanted to play with me anymore. I felt isolated throughout my entire high school years. I was traumatized by the whole experience. It's been years, but I still can't forget about what happened. I lost my innocence that day, and I've never fully recovered from it. Hey, I got it. Listen, I'm sorry that you had to go through all of that. But you have to understand that I was just a teenager back then, and I didn't know any better. I'm sorry for getting you involved, but I never meant things to turn out that way. I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry for what I put you through. But we can't change the past. All we can do is move forward and try to make things right. Oh, no. Don't try to fool me again with your sweet words. 5 years ago, you returned home after leaving the house for 3 years with your boyfriend. You used sweet words and promised to change to fool our parents, but what happened in the end? You drugged the entire family with sleeping pills and called your accomplices to steal all our money and valuables. One of them even tried to assault me. Luckily, I woke up in time and screamed for the attention of the neighbors so I could protect myself. Come on, nothing happened to you in the end. Think of it like being bitten by a wild dog. Don't overreact. I can't believe you would talk to me like that. You're really heartless. We're not sisters anymore. Just stay away from me. No, that's not what I mean. I apologize for being quick to anger and using harsh words. My time in prison has had a negative effect on my behavior, and I am sorry for any hurtful things I may have said. Betty, I know what I did in the past was wrong, and I'm truly sorry for the pain and trauma I caused you. Please, can we talk about this and try to work things out? I don't want to hear it, Alexa. You can't just apologize and expect me to forgive you for what you did. You ruined my life and caused so much pain to our family. Do you know that our parents constantly face discrimination and are scolded by our neighbors whenever they pass our house? They believe that our parents failed to teach their children values, especially since both of their daughters had been involved in stealing. It's even worse because you had to go to jail for it. Even now, our parents still live in shame because of your actions. I understand that I can never fully understand what you went through, but I promise you that I have changed. I'm not the same person that I was back then. I want to make it up to you and do whatever it takes to earn your forgiveness. It's too late for that, Alexa. You had your chance to make things right, but you chose to hurt our family instead. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Please just leave and never come back. I understand your anger and frustration, Betty, but please, can we just try to work things out? I know it won't be easy, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make amends for my past actions. No, Alexa, I can't trust you anymore. You've broken my trust too many times. Please just go and leave me alone. No, Betty. Actually, I've always regretted my past actions, so I came in here today to apologize to you. And I even brought along a friend for you. Do you remember Mr. Fluffy? Of course I remember. You burned my favorite teddy bear right in front of me when we were kids. Actually, I just wanted to scare you. When you walked away crying, I immediately put out the fire and felt incredibly sorry for what I had done. But at the time, I was too childish to say sorry to you. I've kept Mr. Fluffy with me all these years, and every time I see it, I'm reminded of the mistake I made. It torments me, but it also motivates me to make things right and fix all my past mistakes after being released from prison. You still have Mr. Fluffy with you? All the time? Yes, Betty. And I brought him here for you. I'm truly sorry. I promise to make it up to you and do whatever it takes to earn your forgiveness. Then, fine. I don't know if there's anything you can do to make up for what happened, but I appreciate that you're willing to try. Maybe you can start by apologizing to our parents and making things right with them. And I think it's important for you to acknowledge the impact this has had on my life and take responsibility for it. You're right. I should talk to our parents and apologize to them for what happened. And I'll do whatever I can to support you and help you move forward from all emotional damage. I know I can't change the past, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right between us. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me. I don't think I'll ever fully forgive you for what happened, but I'm willing to try and move on from this. And I hope we can work towards rebuilding our relationship as sisters. Thanks, Betty. I won't let you down. However, I'm currently without a place to stay. Would it be possible for me to stay at your house for a few days? Perhaps it would be more convenient for you to stay in a hotel room instead. I have a lot of work to do, and I'm not sure if I can provide you with the proper attention and care while you stay with me. Oh, don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. Staying at a hotel can be expensive, and living together could bring us closer, right? Then, okay. You can live with me for just a few days. Yay! Thank you, Betty. I'll get inside right now. And I will cook dinner today. So get home earlier. Okay, I will. Hey, Betty. You're up and out early. Did you leave the house already this morning? It's only 11. Yeah, I had to get to work early today. And speaking of which, Alexa, you've been staying here for 3 days now. Are you planning to leave soon, or at least find something productive to do? The house could use a little cleaning, and I think it's time for you to start looking for a job. Oh, please don't nag me. I came here to be your sister, not a maid. And I did cook for you on the first day I arrived. Remember? I opened a can of stewed beans and made you a plate of ham and bread. I'm not lazy, Betty. Sure, you cooked a meal that even a child could make. But that doesn't mean you get to lounge all day doing nothing. And can you please clean your room? It smells terrible every time I walk past. You don't have to be so harsh, Betty. Just cover your nose if it bothers you that much. And I'm not going anywhere. I quite like it here and plan to stay for a while. No, you can't. You said you were only staying here until you found your own place. Well, that was the plan, but there's a problem. I don't have any money, so unless you're willing to pay for my housing, food, and shopping expenses, I'll have to stay here for a bit longer. I'm not going to pay for you, Alexa. You're 35 years old and need to take responsibility for yourself. You can't just rely on others to take care of you. And didn't the people from the Happiness Foundation offer to help you find a job? You should contact them. Ugh, those idiots. They won't be able to help me. And besides, I don't know what I'm good at, except for taking things that don't belong to me. But I can't do that anymore, can I? Especially not with my record of theft and robbery. Well, you need to figure something out. You can't just lie around all day like this. And I'm going on a business trip next week, so you need to start being more responsible. Wait, you're going on a trip? That's perfect! I'll stay here and take care of the house for you. Actually, I already hired a housekeeper and cleaning service to take care of everything while I'm gone. Come on, Betty. Let me do it instead. I can do it for half the price they're charging you, and I'll make sure everything is perfect. I don't know, Alexa. You haven't exactly been trustworthy lately. I swear I've changed, Betty. Just give me a chance to prove it to you. Fine, you can take care of the house for a week while I'm gone. Great! When do you leave? In 2 days. Perfect! I'll take care of everything. You can count on me, sis. All right, I trust you. I have to get back to work now, though. Talk to you later. Alexa, what happened here? The house is a mess. Why did you disappear without cleaning up? What does it look like happened here? You left me alone for a week without any money. What did you expect? And why do you even care, Betty? You didn't want me here in the first place. I left you with food and a roof over your head, Alexa. I did want you here. But you have to take responsibility and clean up after yourself. Responsibility? You don't know the meaning of the word. You were never there for me when I needed you, and now you expect me to clean up your mess? I'm not your servant, Betty. I have my own life to live. My mess? This is your mess, Alexa. You said you would take care of the house while I was away. The living room is cluttered with empty takeout containers, crumpled up papers, and clothes strewn everywhere. The kitchen sink was overflowing with dirty dishes, and there was a foul smell emanating from the garbage can. The bathroom was in even worse shape, with towels and toiletries scattered about and the toilet unflushed. Oh, sorry for not being a perfect little housekeeper for you, Betty. Maybe I would be more motivated if you paid me like you pay those cleaning services. I paid you, Alexa, and this is what I get in return? What did you do to my room? It's a disaster. And what about all my stuff that's missing? What stuff? My jewelry, my laptop, my credit cards, they're all gone. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you should check your own pockets before accusing me of stealing. You can't be serious. I trusted you, Alexa. How could you do this to me? Whatever, Betty. Anyway, I've already left that ugly house. Leaving? Where are you going? None of your business. I'm sick of this house, sick of you, and sick of this whole situation. Alexa, what have you done? I just got a call from the real estate agent saying you sold my house without permission? How could you do something so reckless and irresponsible? You were naive to trust me in the first place, Betty. I'm a thief, remember? It's what I do. Oh, come on. Don't be so dramatic, Betty. I did you a favor. Your sister is struggling with payments. And I'm broke. So I know you're really worried about me. But now you don't have to worry about it anymore. I have the money from the sale and can move on with my life without bothering you. A favor? I didn't ask for this. My house was not even on the market. And now I have to deal with the problems you caused, all because of your selfish actions. Selfish? You're the one always thinking about yourself. What about me? I needed the money to start a new life. I'm tired of being a criminal, always looking over my shoulder. This was my chance to start fresh. You could have talked to me about it, Alexa. We could have found a different solution together. But instead you went behind my back and made a deal without my knowledge or consent. And what? You would have said no? You would have stopped me from getting all the money I needed? I don't think so. You've always been too afraid to displease others, Betty. That's why you're still stuck in misery and let me be the scapegoat. You don't know anything about me, Alexa. And don't you dare try to make me feel guilty for not wanting to break the law or betray my friend's trust. You're the one always taking shortcuts and hurting people to get what you want. Oh, please, spare me the moral lecture. You're no better than me. You just hide behind your so-called good deeds and your honesty. But in reality, You're just as selfish and dishonest as I am. That's not true. I can't believe this. I never should have let you into my house. You crossed the line, Alexa. I trusted you, and you took advantage of me. I will not stand for this. I will sue you for fraud, selling my property without my permission, and falsifying documents. What? Sue me? No, you can't do that. I am your sister. You can't send me to prison one more time. I'm sick of it. That's not my business. You betrayed my trust, and I will not let you get away with it. You will pay for what you've done. Oh, please. You're just mad because you fell for my little scheme. You're the one who let me into your house in the first place. You should have known better than to trust someone like me. I can't believe I ever thought of you as my sister. You're nothing but a criminal, and I want nothing to do with you ever again. You'll pay for everything you have done to me. Wait, you're serious? Oh, no, Betty, please don't do this. I'm sorry for what I did. I know it was wrong, and I regret it. I was in a bad place and thought selling the house was the only way out. But I realize now that I was wrong and should have never done it. It's too late for apologies now, Alexa. You not only sold my house without my permission, but you've also put me in a terrible position many times. I gave you a chance, but you destroyed it yourself. I have to protect myself and my property. I'm sorry, Alexa, but I have to take legal action. I understand that, Betty. I messed up big time, but I'm willing to make it right. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right, just please don't sue me. I don't have any money to pay for a lawyer, and I don't want to end up in jail one more time. I don't know what to do, Alexa. You really put me in a tough spot. I trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. I don't think I can just forgive you and move on. I understand, Betty. I don't expect you to forgive me right away. But please give me a chance to make it right. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right again. I'll get a job and pay you back for what I did. I promise. Alexa, I can't let you continue to hurt others like this. You need to take responsibility for what you've done and confess to the authorities. If you do, you'll be able to relieve yourself of the guilt and start making amends for your actions. No! You're a hypocrite! You are so cruel! Do you want to kill your sister? You're a bitch! After the confrontation with me, Alexa realized the gravity of her actions and decided to flee the city. However, her attempts to escape were in vain as the police caught her a few days later. She was charged with multiple counts of fraud and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. And I was devastated by the betrayal of my sister. I decided to sell my house and move to a new city to start afresh. With time, I found it in my heart to forgive Alexa, but I never forgot the lessons learned from the painful experience. I am more careful with the people I allow into my life and have become more vigilant in protecting myself and my assets. Although the situation had been a traumatic experience for me, it has also been a wake-up call for me. I learned to trust my instincts and to be cautious when dealing with others. I had a newfound appreciation for the importance of surrounding myself with trustworthy individuals. I had vowed never to let anyone take advantage of me again.